I had a person ask, how does the Litokol Starlight Crystal EVO translucent grout work when you were using mesh? So I thought I'd create this sample and we'll see what it looks like after I finished. So I've just chosen some different coloured glass. I've mounted those onto alkaline resistant mesh, and then I've mounted that onto a piece of Wheatie board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this area and get everything ready, and then we'll come back and we'll measure it all out, and then we'll apply it to this piece and we'll see what the end results are. Okay, I've got everything ready. Now I'm going to open the container up. Now up on your screen now are the ratios for component A and also for component B. So you need to follow those, and I'm going to be measuring out 100 grams. So I've got my set of scales here. I'll remove that lid, and I've got my spoon. So I'm going to need 93.7 of the grout or the glass beads. Now we need the catalyst. I need to get to 100 grams. You want to go slow. There you go. And now we need to stir it. So now when I'm doing this, I like to, or when you're using any epoxy product, you have to stir the sides, you have to scrape those sides and also the bottom, because you need to mix this well and make sure all the lumps are out of it or anything like that. You just need to mix it very thoroughly, so you take your time to do it. Now if I was doing a large project, a large mosaic, then I would certainly want to use a stirring paddle, because that will give you a much better mix than doing it by hand. But because I'm only doing a small amount, I am just using this stick. Now what we're going to do now is apply it to this piece. And you want to firmly push it into those joints, into the grout lines. I find this is very easy to work with. Pretty well anyone can do it. I like to wear gloves when I'm handling anything, and also this epoxy grout is unlike any other epoxy grouts on the market. The Litokol Starlight Crystal EVO translucent grout, the component B, the catalyst, is only labelled as an irritant. It is neither corrosive or hazardous for the environment, and that's also important for the user as well. Scrape off the excess. And when you're using this grout or any epoxy grouts, you need to follow the directions thoroughly. So always read the instruction books before you actually start using it. That pretty well goes for, so I'm just going to get some underneath there. That also goes for any grout or epoxy grouts or anything like that at all. Always read the instruction books. Even if you watch one of my videos, it's always wise to read those instruction books. We need to now, while this is still wet, we need to now get our scourer, our white felt scourer. And we're going to rinse out a lot of the water, but we still want it damp. So it's like that. And then we're going to apply it onto here. As you can see, the water's, and we're going to just scrub that. So we're just scrubbing it firmly. Rinse that out. Now we're also going to clean it with a sponge now. Well, I do love the look of this translucent grout, I must admit. and I've been using epoxy grouts for years, and this is definitely a great product to use. Okay, so I've wiped that over, clean that, and then I'm going to wipe over it all and scrub it. Now we then rinse this with clean water, and I have 2 buckets here. One is the very clean water, and I'm going to wipe this over and rinse it with that water. Okay, that will be fine. And then we're going to go in with a very dry, clean cloth, because we're not going to wait for this water to evaporate. We need to wipe it off pretty well straight away. So we're going to go in there and really wipe that down. It's looking really good. Okay, I'll let that cure a bit, and then we'll come back and have a look at the finished product. Well, there you go, this sample piece is finished, and I cannot see any of the alkaline resistant mesh showing through the Litokol translucent grout. Now, also up on screen, you'll see a photograph that I took of this particular sample piece outside, because I wanted to take it outside and see if that made any difference to seeing through the translucent grout, but it didn't. I still couldn't see any mesh at all. And if you look at that particular photo, you'll also see that the translucent grout has actually taken on the colour of the surrounding glass tessera that I used in this product. So if you have a look at the blues and around the orange and the purples, the grout has actually taken on the colour of the glass tessera. So I found that this Litokol translucent grout is very, very easy to use. I think it's a wonderful product, and certainly pretty well anyone can use it. So anyway, if you have any comments, put them down in the bottom of the comment section on the YouTube channel. Perhaps you're already using it, or maybe you're looking at using it. If you have any questions, put them down in the bottom of the comment section. I hope you've taken something away from this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy.